Welcome back to JTV News. Human behavior and mental wellness topics should be integrated into everyday conversations in a similar way we speak about exercise, food, and other daily activities. This is the view of clinical psychologist Dr. Michael Turnbull. Speaking on JTV Spotlight, Dr. Turnbull says many people suffer alone because they are afraid to speak about the difficulties they are facing in their lives.
Conversation about people's wellness and
continuous dialogue.
Continuous dialogue also becomes part of our constant fabric. It's not taboo. Overall wellness incorporates health and fitness, but includes your spiritual health, includes your well-being and your mental health, which we could continue to have that conversation so people don't feel isolated. Because I think one thing that I know, just from our communities, is that a lot of people suffer in silence. And they struggle with things that they shouldn't have to struggle with. Life is not meant to be done alone. And if you could have different people like psychologists, pastors, teachers, all of us serve a significant function in our society to make us.
And if we're working together.
Yeah, and if we're working together as one team and letting people know that there's a place to get help, that nothing is wrong with them because they need help. There's no reason that you should spend your life living below your optimum wellness, whether it's for your children or your family. There's no reason to do that when there are avenues and people who are here to help. And us at the clinic becoming credentialed with the National Health Insurance allows everyone
to have access.
And it doesn't require you to have any money. You just need your NHI card. And that is a significant blessing because now the access is there. So the hardest step is the first step to say, how can you help me optimize? And I like to tell people, listen, I'm not telling that you're crazy or this and another. How can I help you live your life better? Mm-hmm. How can I help your child live their life better? So how can I help them optimize that when they're 18, 19, that they're hitting the ground running as best a chance that they can get?
Addressing the topic of positive parenting solutions, Dr. Turnbull says parents should have honest conversations with their children that will create a balance between authority and freedom to foster an environment for discussion.
Your best is the best that you can. That's great. And you're going to keep trying because those are your kids. Not to say, but there's some always areas that all of us, including myself, can continue to improve upon. And what we need to do is be able to have a conversation about this. So when you're talking about areas of your development, if you see your kid or child struggling with something, whether it's behavior management or classroom, or they're usually sad more times than not, or they're just, you could tell something is wrong, but you don't know what it is. And it's just hard for you to deal with. And you could be like, well, I used to be this way. I used to struggle with it. I think one of the hardest things for parents to do is admit to their kids or have a conversation, I struggle with that as well. And that becomes really insecure for parents because now the power battle is kind of different. And it makes it hard for them to realize, we're not perfect. And we are
as a parent, you should portray authority and a person in control of everything.
But I'll tell you, when a kid turns 10, 11, one of the most important things for them is authenticity. Because if you're trying to talk to them and tell them all these things and all these rules and guidelines, but it doesn't match up to what you're presenting, it diminishes the same authority that you're trying to assert. Mm-hmm. So, the easiest thing I tell parents, have honest conversations. Have honest conversations with your kids as much as you can. Because that will help your relationship increase and be more authentic.
Dr. Michael Turnbull is the owner of the Wellness Center for Behavioral Health, which is scheduled to open in March. You can watch the entire Spotlight interview with Dr. Michael Turnbull on our website, jtvlive.net, as well as Spotlight Facebook page, Spotlight BVI.